Hello everyone, Grandma here. I'm just sitting around crocheting. I'm working on the viewer's choice blanket, the mile a minute. I found out there was a lot of famous people that actually sat back and crocheted, and I'm gonna probably post some of those pictures as I'm talking. I'll move over so they'll leave some room for the pictures. There's a lot of famous people, folks, that are famous. I'll give some names here, but I'm going to be posting a lot more because I found so many, and I can't really talk about all of them. Some have passed on, of course, but some are still with us today and still crocheting. So let's go through the list. Let's move along and talk about Meryl Streep. She's an Academy Award-winning actress, and she learned to crochet while making a movie called Doubt in 2008. And while she was doing that, she just continued on off scene, just making hats and scarves for the crew, which I thought was pretty cool. Then there's Bette Midler. She's a singer. I don't know if you remember her. An actress, a comedian. She crocheted blankets and hats, all kinds of things. And then there's Madonna, a pop icon. Can you imagine? She learned to crochet from her grandmother, making scarves and shawls and all that. And she found it very relaxing. Katy Perry, oh my goodness. Katy Perry's always wearing, crocheted items. And she does like to crochet, and she makes a lot of her quirky accessories. And when she's on tour, that's one of the things she does during her downtime is to crochet. Now, has she crocheted all of those crocheted garments she wears? I'm curious. I wonder if she does, but I couldn't find an answer to that because she's known to wear all kinds of crocheted items. Then, the former United States First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt. She used to like to make baby clothes and blankets for charity. That's something that I thought was really cool. And then there's Vanna White. Everyone knows Vanna White. She has her own yarn line called Vanna's Choice, if I remember right. She's also the co-host of Wheel of Fortune. So she likes to make blankets and also does a lot of crocheting for charity as well. And one I thought was really cool, and I couldn't find a picture. I was looking for a picture, and that is an astronaut, a female astronaut. Her name is Karen Nyberg. She actually crocheted in space. She brought some crochet hooks with her and some yarn, and wanted to, just crochet, see if she could, what it would be like to crochet in space. But I couldn't get they said there was videos and pictures of her crocheting in space. I couldn't find anything. That would have been neat to see. But there's so many that I found, so many. And some very historic people, men too. There's all kinds of men. Kurt Cobain, he used to crochet, hanging out, crocheting, waiting for a set, people getting ready. He would hang out and just crochet. I believe I'm going to be posting a picture of him too. And the list goes on. There is so many famous people that crochet. And I just like knowing who, and I'm picturing some of these people, some of the guys, it's like, wow, he crochets? I would have never thought that he would sit down and crochet, but they all find it very, very relaxing, especially a lot of the actors and actresses that I read on. They like doing it in between sets when they're, on set, waiting for their time that they got to be in front of the camera. They'll hang out and crochet. So yeah, it is very famous, isn't it, crocheting? Look at Jason, what's his name, Aquaman. I always mess up his name too. Jason Balboa or whatever. Now, he has a famous picture of wearing a granny sweater. And a lot of people, you know, it rumored that he made those granny sweaters, but when I checked into it, I couldn't find no evidence of that, but I did find an article that he hired somebody in one of the mid-states to actually crochet those for him. So there's that. But still a famous dude, and he's wearing a crocheted sweater, him and another guy. I think that's very awesome of him. So maybe he does crochet too, but just not as good as those sweaters, right? But I'll show you the pictures and check it out. I hope you enjoyed it. Knowing all those famous people are right along with us crocheting. All right, I'm going to scoot along. I got other things I got to do. And I got to crochet. I got to rearrange some things. And I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it. Make a comment. Maybe you know someone famous that I haven't mentioned that crochets. Add it down in the comment section. Let's get a list going of all these famous people that crochet. All right? So love on your pet. Be kind. Adopt if you can, or at least rescue a pet. Rescue a goldfish. Rescue an ant farm. That sounds exciting, huh? Kind of weird. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.